Hello, and welcome back to Fate Extra. Last time we found out who our next enemy is, and he has a berserker from the looks of it. A very strong one, we couldn't even try and fan out. Yeah, let's go ahead and start off with day 2. Let's see what we can do. A dream suddenly descends upon me. Let me just check. Okay, everything's alright. Yeah, okay, I'm just checking. A dream suddenly descends upon me. It feels like I'm watching one of the countless videos scattered across the internet. In a scene I have witnessed before while sleeping in the aftermath of the Grail Wars prelims. It might be a scene from the past I cannot recall. It's as if it was imprinted upon my genes, stored away as an unknown trauma erased from my memories. I heard a voice of lamentation. Why? Why do I yearn for something I despise? Why do I lament over which I love? In the midst of chaos, I watch as countless people die in misery. Why does move towards this scene? Is there an answer for this insanity? And if there isn't one, I will need to create one through my own strength of will. I have no need for memories. I don't even really need a past. All I need to do is keep fighting. I hear a distant voice asking me to wake up. My eyes open. I just remembered tattered remnants of a broken dream. That dream just now. I can't attach a memory or even or event to it, but I'm sure it was a dream of my past. Of that fact, I have no doubt. It's driving me insane. That no matter how hard I try, I can't recall anything about my past. As I can't do anything about it, I should just let it go for now, or until I remember something. And there we go, now we have free roam. Your mind seems to be wandering. I hope you're not dwelling on that girl's in the nurse's office. At any rate, we should focus on that noise we found yesterday. It could be a trap. Right, I'll find out what that means. Print's probably in her usual spot. I'll stop worrying about Ronnie long enough to ask about my headache. Alright, before we begin again, I'm just gonna go ahead and options and go for sound effects. A little bit. It's a shame the sound effects and voices are on the same setting because I was looking back at the footage and the sound effects are a bit too loud. And I hope this doesn't drown out my voice all that much. I got the girl from archery club, which doesn't seem too bad until you consider her servant. Figuring out her servant should be easy if I see her in action. I'll formulate a plan on my own. And now we have the last people we know fighting each other, which is kind of a neat thing in this game, I will say. Alright, Saber, have anything to say?
奏者よ、よく休んでおこう。これは世の勘だが、純粋に戦いを楽しむ贅沢は。
No, nothing yet. I don't know how close we are to getting the I'm sorry, the 100 items usage, but guess we'll see. Actually, let me take a look here in the library. Ah, he's over here. Okay. Because last time I forgot, if you exit and enter again in the last day in the library after talking to Leo, you can ask him about the Holy Grail. Let me see if we can still do that. Welcome, Akuno. What do you like to ask about? Ah, great. We can actually ask about. Alright, the discovery of the Holy Grail. That happened sometime last century, when humanity discovered an enormous structure in space. That relic from time long past, what we call the Holy Grail is the Moon Cell. However, we discovered it. When discovered, mankind lacked the knowledge to truly comprehend its purpose. And to be honest, I despair that mankind will never be able to truly understand the reason why it exists. The technology used to create the Moon Cell is far beyond the strangest imaginings of mankind. And although we may never come to understand what it is, we do know what it's doing. The Moon Cell was created to observe Earth, and has done so since the dawn of mankind. Every existence, all forms of life, histories, ideologies, even lies, have been recorded and stored, containing the whole of Earth's history. The moon cell can be seen as the world's blueprint. Some believe it is to be the holy grail of the seven heavens, a relic that holds the answers to every question. Do you have any other questions? Construction of the Holy Grail. The materials that comprise the Holy Grail can be found on Earth. Once we knew that, it was obvious. It was obvious that it'd be possible for us to replicate its functions as a recorder of all. The first ones to discover this fact were the shadowy void known as the Atlas Institute. Not long after, the Harway family, and the group Rin Tosaka represents, also became aware of this fact. The Holy Grail was made using a giant photonic crystal, the likes of which is beyond human technology. Photonic crystal is a mineral that can store light, and it's used in the manufacture of nanomachines. Its processing speed is near infinite, and near infinite storage capacity far exceeds all other technologies. My family is trying to replicate the Grail, but can only make a unit less than a centimeter in size. The Atlas Institute has been slightly more successful, but only by a very marginal percentage. Moreover, the core of the moon cell, the Holy Grail if you will, is a much larger photonic crystal. The crystal in the Holy Grail is about 3,000 kilometers in length and uses light as its storage medium. All of its high-level data control system utilizes light as well to transit data and system commands. In short, it is so complex that, as far as humanity is concerned, it might as well be the mind of a god. Alright. The location of the Holy Grail. And once the Holy Grail's location was revealed, everyone tried to claim it as their own. However, those of us from the Western plutocracy immediately put a stop to their machinations. If the Holy Grail were to fall into any hands other than the Haraway's, the chaos would be devastating. My family has always restricted new technologies as we believe that technical progress is unnecessary. We also stopped space exploration to keep others from physically landing on the Holy Grail itself. I'm sure you see it now. The Holy Grail currently orbits the Earth as what most people know as the Moon. Yeah, so basically, Leo and his family are preventing humanity to evolve further, to exert control and limit resource usages. But you can see the problem with the stagnant society and things like that, right? Details about the Holy Grail War. Once the Western plutocracy learned this, we actively prevented the further exploration of space. You already said this, yes. However, there was one thing we could not stop: the intrusion of those known as Spiritron hackers. Actually, mankind has been in contact with the moon cell on and off since the dawn of human history. It seems that humans were always able to access it through their spirits, souls if you will. My guess is the human soul is the one thing the moon cell can't observe passively. While the Holy Grail can observe any tangible phenomenon, the metaphysical seems to be beyond its capabilities. That is why I think the moon cell chose to invite humans inside of it to come and teach it. That is how only those known as wizards have been able to access the moon cell, and many do so without the sanctity or guidance of the Harway family. This world was made by the moon cell in order to interact with the spirits of the wizards who enter its systems. It's officially named the Serial Phantasm, but is more commonly known as the Seraph. The Holy Grail War is a melee for wizards who have come for the Holy Grail. Its ultimate purpose is to, in short, a way to determine who is to have control of the artifact, the moon cell automaton. And that's basically it. Is that so? Well, I shall remain here for a while. If you think of any questions, please come back. So basically what he's saying is that the moon cell is the moon is a supercomputer, and we are currently in basically the moon cell version of Windows or something like that, which can be easily interacted by hackers, and also so the moon cell can steal information from them. I'm just kidding. I talk a lot of masters, but it never occurred to me that there are just as many servants. Some are stuck in their with incompetent masters. Some are quite unusual. That one by the entrance is wow. By the entrance, huh? Have you been to the nurse's office yet? Word has it that she's giving away something special this time. Yeah, it's a lunch. We already have it. Alright, no pop-up this time. Let's go ahead and talk to Issei. There isn't anything. Yeah, there's nothing in this corridor at this point in the game. That item you have is quite interesting. Ah, it's a magical apparatus of some kind, I see. Have you been experimenting with thaumaturgy while in the arena? I guess you could say that. And there's nobody here, we can access the multimedia room. Let's go to the roof and talk to Tosaka. There she is.
あら、
Did you find the anomalies? I tracked them down. Collecting the data gave me a headache though, I wonder why. Just a headache, you say?
そう
I see. I'd imagined you would suffer from poor condition, but I didn't think that would be all. The pendant I gave you does, in fact, absorb residual magic power. However, well, to be honest, accessing those distortions puts a murderous amount of stress on the brain. Stress on the brain. She was basically testing if we could be killed with stress. Like the other virus that attacked us and we were seemingly fine. Yes, the feedback generated would be enough to kill you if your magic circuits wasn't present. The icy grip of terror grips my spine. Was this all just a trap? Have I put too much trust in this girl? Wait, that can't be right. I asked the distortions yesterday and I'm still alive. So what does this all mean? Is she trying to make some kind of sick joke at my expense? This proves it. You can't be a magus. To be blunt, chances are you're not even human. What in the hell? Did you just say what I think she said? You aren't human. Or maybe your brain is abnormal. I'm not sure what you are actually. I think you might be the same as that homunculus girl. Both of you are anomalies at best. Are you really in the dark about how you arrived here? I don't know. It's like I can half recall a dream that I can't remember ever having. A dream? While in the virtual world. In theory, there's no difference between spiritual and even a dream. Like, a dream within a dream. You are truly a mystery wrapped in an enigma. Well, we're basically in the Matrix, and I'm not... Well, yes, we're in the Matrix, but we're also in the, doing Inception now, too. With those final words, Rin Tosaka turns and leaves. So I'm not a real magus, and I might not even be human. That would be describing someone else that there's nothing extraordinary about me, even without my memories, I'm sure about that. And yes, we always had a few suspicions because Alice was always talking about us like we were just like her and things like that. And I wonder what that's all about, huh? We aren't human, it seems. That is one hell of a bombshell to just drop like that. Alright, let's go ahead and go to see Ronnie. Hey, buddy. You should watch your back. It looks like the who's who of mental illness is out to get you. Oh boy. And just like yesterday, I pulled the curtains aside and quietly take a seat at Ronnie's bedside. Ronnie's awake. Her eyes are still blank and she's still motionless. Ronnie sees me looking at her. Do you enjoy gazing at a broken tool? Tool? Why would she say that? I hope you'll clarify what she said. I answer in my unspoken plea. Ronnie continues. I am a tool. I exist to acquire the Holy Grail. I live only to retrieve the Holy Grail from my professor. And now I have failed, so I'm a broken tool. I must disintegrate into dust. Return to the cycle. I mean, if the professor asks you to learn about human emotions, I sincerely doubt they only see you as a tool. She speaks in a flat monotone. The light goes out from her eyes. She said she's a tool, and without the Holy Grail, she is nothing. Is nothing. I just want to know one thing. Did the professor of hers really raise a person solely for the task of retrieving the Holy Grail? That would mean she was never experiencing a will of her own. My professor has done everything to me, from bringing me into the world and loving me and teaching me. My professor wished for the Holy Grail, and I am a tool to grant my professor's wishes. Then what would Ronnie wish for if she had the Holy Grail? She's putting her life on the line for the professor, but what about what Ronnie wishes for? I'm kind of pissed off by what I'm hearing. I mean, if her professor told her to jump off a bridge, she probably would. My professor's words are absolute, and I believe it is none of your concern, Hakuno Kishinami Hakuno. For the first time since battle, Ronnie scolds me, her voice raising and her eyes narrowing.
不愉快です。
Please leave, and don't come back. That was clearly a bit different from yesterday's rejection. If If she could just open up to me, I feel like I could help her. I'll try coming back tomorrow. The elimination battle may be over, but I haven't truly saved her yet. She's awake now, and she doesn't want to talk to us. Oh, wait, let me see again. I already ate your lunch. Sadly, the rules prevented me from giving you a second one. Please come back next week. Yeah, she's a bit of a wasted character here, as I said previously. And yeah, there is... Yeah, okay. And after this, the arena, there is nothing special going on. We can just farm whatever we want. The gentle camellia. It symbolizes true love. If only such a thing were to exist. And here we are, right You have nothing to say? Nothing really. Alright, time to upgrade. Yep. We are... I'm gonna increase my attack. There we go, and defense. Alright. We didn't get much of anything. We should, and one or two levels we should be able to get the new skill over there. Alright, let's go outside, see if the guys are out there yet. Still. This guy isn't here. Let's go ahead and talk to Archer girl then. Damn, that was a bit of a mouthful for some reason. The reason I'm here. Servants have reasons to obey us. Masters too. It's disrespectful to a servant if their master isn't prepared. You know that? Alright. Into the commissary. The NPC isn't here. And I am not... oh, you know what? Alright, fine. I'll buy this one. Yep. No, I'm not gonna change to that. And I'm gonna buy a few, let me see... Ether shards. As many as I can. There we go. I'm gonna farm in the arena after we reach the end, so... Yeah, I'm gonna... There is also a new enemy in the arena in this one. So that is something to look out for. We still won't be able to complete the arena this time because Taiga still hasn't spawned in. She only does that in the third day. So, let's go on ahead. Let me... Nope, not that one. This one, right. Right. Let me see. I just want to get my notes up so I can see what the enemy does. Where are they? Prophecy. There we go. Alright, let's take care of these guys. Agitator, break, and guard at the end, so probably this one. This one. There you go, just increasing a little bit does wonders for Saber. And the guy we want to farm are these guys over here. They give us a lot more XP. Moon dusts. Break, and break at the end. So basically anything. Hey, we got it. That should give us 200 XP right now, since we leveled up a little bit. Yep. That's about what I expected. there is gonna be a strong enemy, which is why I'm saving the which is why I'm saving up on MP and not just destroying these guys with skills. Also, I need money, so yeah, I'm farming money too. Alright, it always starts with break, as guard right after, and guard in that one, so it's probably this, oh yeah, this, alright. Yeah, I think that's it. No, it isn't. Nice, so we got a little bit of an ether fragment out of that. Yeah, I'll take a look at you later. For now, I'm just gonna go ahead and grab this cipher. Whoop, that's the wrong way. Should have put my thing on. And let me see. Break. Probably guard. Attack, break. Yeah, we didn't get that one. That's a shame. Ah, we got him there. There it is. That's the strong enemy of this area. Malphaline Alpha. They always start with attack, so we can go ahead and do attack, break, and he can do a lot of things. So let's go ahead and do guard. This. Alright, let's see. You can see he has a lot of XP. HP. Damn, that sucks. Ah, man, I think we're dead. Shit, that sucks. Damn, that sucks indeed, especially since I don't have any saves. Well, that sucks. Well, I'll see you just in a little bit, I guess. Alright, I'm back. I did the exact same thing as I did the other one, just sped up. I already saved, and alright, let's actually take care of this guy. Alright, he's stunned here, so we can just do break, then just do a lot of shit, just completely demolish him with skills. I should have probably just buffed her strength. Defended, still did a lot of damage, but still. The 600 apiece, which is kinda a lot. Can do gain strength, and he always does attack, break. So let's try and do a little bit of this. That should be enough to end him. Alright, let's see. There we go. As you can see, we get a lot more XP on this guy. Alright, where else? Yep, down there. Just more of the same. As I always start with guard, so we have... Doesn't really matter, we got him anyways. Gato and his servant are gone, and now we have a lot more space to work with.
始めよう。
Damn, that sucks. There we go, we got a nice crit there.
失せるがよい。
Honestly, we could just...
もう少し楽しませよ。
There we go. We do have items for Master MP, so we might as well just use those, right?
行くぞマスター。やっ。そこを動くな。
There we go.
受けるがよい。見事な采配だった。
Nice, we got decent fragment of that.
今のはいい戦いだったな。
And we can go down here and just finally get the thing we need. There it is. We managed to obtain the trigger. Who are those two anyways? That master is surely an oddity.
そなたは働き者だな。
Alright, and that's pretty much it. I'm gonna go ahead and farm a little bit and I will meet you when I'm at level 25. See you in a little bit. Alright, I'm back. I didn't make it to 25 since the enemies were giving so little XP at this point. So, well, we got level 24 and we got enough money to buy the next thing and a few healing items. So we're pretty good. We're pretty good at this point. Saber's asleep after a good day of farming. Yeah, right. We got the whole floor observed, but we still need the Taiga quest to get the 100% items. You can save. I've been too preoccupied with the conversation with Rain yesterday to gather information. Not good. What's the matter? You don't look too well. Oh, it's Leo. A warm voice envelops my poor, frazzled soul in an embrace. It wasn't nice of me to do so, but it happens to overhear you and the girl talking yesterday. I have pondered why you gave off a different vibe than the other masters as well. Are you still worried about what she said? Yeah, that's pretty much it. Because there is no sense in being uncertain of yourself. I do not believe many people are ever self-aware. Huh. Can't you accept not knowing as part of your identity? Make it part of my identity? What in the world? Good day then. Oh, it's very nice, Leo. Go away, you're gonna just stand there? Leo left before I could come up with a witty retort. Okay, goodbye then. However, a servant stands and looks back my way. His eyes seems to be saying, "You've been given good advice, don't waste it." Though his eyes conveyed chivalry, it's not without an air of pity and condescension. What Leo told me earlier has been dominating my thoughts. It's about what I can do now. That's right, for now I'm a master involved in the Holy Grail War. Since that is the only clue I have of my identity, I should do what I can to try and to understand it. Maybe if I compare myself to the masters I've faced, I'll learn something about myself. And we can choose whatever we like, but I'm just gonna go and choose all of them. Remember Shinji. I try to recall everything I learned about Shinji. In reality, he was a champion of the Asia tournament and a Spiritron hacker. He was only 8 years old. The role assigned to him during our preliminary round was class clown, and my friend. At the same time, our role was to be his friend and sidekick of sorts. But is that really the truth? Was I ever really Shinji's friend? I can't remember anything else. It's as if my memory is all clouded over. As I try to push deeper into my mind, it's almost as if something is actively pushing me away. I can't remember anything anymore. And let's go ahead and choose another one. Dan. I tried thinking about Dan. He was a soldier, a Spiritron hacker, and a knight. He denounced underhanded methods and respected etiquette. and he faced me head on. Since I don't remember anything from before I lost my memories, I think of him oh my god. I think of him like my father. Even now, his back is a symbol, his words are a guidepost. There is no shame in regret or losing your way, but never forsake the path which you have chosen. He was right. Even though my memory is obstructed and I have yet to find my purpose in fighting, those words will still resonate within me. But no words can change the fact that while I may be ready to face the future, my past remains lost. Or maybe I might not even. And Saber's still here. Alright, and finally, remember Alice. I try to recall everything I learned about Alice. She was, in a sense, an innocent victim of all this. A cyber ghost. A lost, lonely little girl who couldn't couldn't go home and only wanted to play with. I wish I had talked with her more. I still regret not doing so for as long as I lived. Regardless of my memory issues, I should have at least tried to get to know her better. You're just like me. The little girl who projected a sense of strength and despite her desperate loneliness. But it's too late to do anything for now. She's gone, and her blood will forever be under my hands. Any clues I might have learned disappeared like snowflakes melting in the palm of my hand. I guess I won't be able to figure anything out after all. Are you still obsessing over your past? You are you. That is all that matters. Leave the past where it is. I appreciate Saber's attempt to comfort me, but the fact is, I want to know who I am. I want to know where I came from. I want to know I want to know what there is for me after all this. Is that so? Then try to get to know those around you. They may have the answers you seek. To start, maybe you should speak to that girl in the nurse's office. She can't be entirely useless. Saber may be onto something. Talking to others might give me some insight on my true self. For now, I should go to the nurse's office. I want to check in on Ronnie, and maybe pick up some info as well. Alright. Yep, that guy, our friend, that definitely died. He hasn't shown up in a while. Alright, let's see if we used already 100 items.
ついに世と同格の無駄遣いっぷりに至ったか。我が奏者ながら見事である。仮に世とそなたが婚姻した場合、この国は滅びるであろう。というか、世は滅ぼした。
Good to know, Saber.
これでまた一つ、世とそなたの絆が増えたな。
In a roundabout way, I guess you could say it, yeah.
そなたを見習って、世もスキルの消費魔力を増やしてみよう。何？その分威力は増す。そなたは気にせず、懲りずにガンガンアイテムを世に貢ぐがよい。
Alright, Saber. And there we go. Artillery applause changed into thunderous applause. That is the what you get for using 100 items on with Saber. We got a new skill. I don't remember at least Caster having anything special like that, or Archer. I think Saber is the only one who actually does that, which is kind of interesting. No, not the command seals, which is kind of fun to see. We have only 2 right now. Oh, shit, no, I didn't mean to push that button again. Special skills. Thunderous applause. As you can see, instead of using 40, it uses 60. Now, we can take a look at what it looks like later. I think it still looks the same, but it's just an upgrade. It does more damage. It's totally slipped my mind over the past couple of weeks, but a comic book I want comes out today. I don't miss real life, but I miss those little things, you know. If only for a little longer. Masters are disappearing. I will win and go home. Oh boy, I'm sure you will. The reason I entered this fight, kinda late to wonder, isn't it? To win the Grail. That's why we're all here, right? Our reasons differ, but we're all here to the same thing. I mean, I kinda wanted to know your wish, but alright, whatever. Did you know that virtual world we're inhabiting is called Serial Phantasm? Or Sarah for short. Yeah, Leo just already told us that. And he has the same thing to ask the whole week. So if you missed it, if you missed it the other day, he's still here. Oh, hey Hakuno. I think Otomine has something up his sleeve, so watch out. I just know he's going to make yet another exorbitant request, and I'll have to assist him. It's the 4th round already, or should I say, it's only the 4th round, half full, half empty. If you lose focus and get sloppy, then you can just kiss the Holy Grail goodbye. End your life. Alright, off we go, let's go talk to Lisa and see if Tosca's on the roof. There's nobody there, yep, as usual. I just want to make sure, you never know. You have no faith in yourself. That could be seen as an insult to those you have defeated. To calm your nerves, try thinking about exactly what kind of person your opponent is. Yep, there's nobody there. Osaka isn't here. And let's go to the 1st floor. There it is, there she is. Hey Hakuno, something urgent has come up, you have to help me. Yes ma'am. You're my hero, I mean it. So I decided to try my hand at cooking and whipped up a feast. I thought I'd make the perfect dish, but the system labeled it as a bug and moved it somewhere. Rumor has it that my culinary tour de force is languishing in the arena, waiting deletion. If it isn't recovered today, I'll be seen as a dustbin for history. Please, you must hurry. Alright, we'll take a look at that when we go into the arena. For now, let's go ahead and talk to Rani. My head is filled with worry for Rani as I make my way towards the nurse's office. When I reach the area where the beds are, she's as expressionless as always, but I think I see a bit more of a gleam in her eyes than yesterday. You've come again. Rani welcomes me with the borrowed words, but they're spoken quietly, with a note of reservation. I have nothing to say to someone who speaks so poorly of my professor. Please leave. Ignoring her words of dismissal, I speak over Rani. I need to talk to Rani more, if I want to draw out more of her feelings, plus it helps me relax to know what's on her mind. It seems that I'm not a human being. I tell Rani about how Rin found out that I'm not a human being, that I have no idea what I actually am. Rani listens attentively to what I have to say. Unlike her, Rani at least knows, unlike me I mean, Rani at least knows who she is. That is why it irritates me that her professor's words dictate her life. When she hears that, Rani replies in a gentle tone. My professor is my everything. My professor is my progenitor and my teacher. When I ask to hear a little more about her professor, Rani lights up and words pour out. Although I was but my professor's tool from inception, my professor raised me as a human being. Because I was not created with such emotional depth, carrying out my professor's wishes is my all. Yes, we are the same. I think you and I are empty vessels, Hakuno. The same? What does Rani mean by that? She can't meet my gaze after a long silence. Rani looks into my eyes and delivers a cruel truth. I have created a hypothesis based on your talks with Rin Tosaka. You do not have an actual body. I'm too taken aback to respond. I don't have an actual body. Magical backlash has no effect on your brain, though technically that's impossible. You would have suffered damage if you had a body. I am no exception to that rule. With that evidence in hand, there can only be one conclusion. Only a body that doesn't exist cannot be damaged. Perhaps you are but a string of zeros and ones, Hakuno? No. Wait. Hang on a second. Oh, please don't misunderstand. To say you don't have a body doesn't mean it isn't out there. It just means you're disconnected from it. I heard you had issues with the prelims? Perhaps the link to your body was cut off before the preliminaries. It's only natural for your memories to be hazy. You are severed from your database, your body. I see. It's not that I don't have memories, it's that I can't retrieve them at the moment. If that's the case, I just need to repair the broken link. This must be quite problematic for you, Hakuno. If you don't mind, please allow me to help. Rani will help me relink with my body. That's the best news I've heard all tournament. I impossibly grasped Rani's hand and thanked her feverishly. Of course, we're in the same boat after all. I'll devote my time to finding the location of your body on Earth, Hakuno. What a relief. Once I have my body back, I'll learn everything about myself. Why I entered this fight, what my history is, what my life is like. Once I know those things, I will be able to fight with pride. Rani smiles softly, as if reading my thoughts. We are the same, Hakuno. For I too have been on a quest this whole time. I just remembered. Remembered what? Rani smiles at me, I think she gets enjoyment out of seeing me worked up like this. She's lost her earlier hesitancy. I'm afraid I'm a bit worn out, and so I apologize for my unsociable behavior earlier. Can we talk again tomorrow? She really didn't have to ask. I nod yes. Satisfied, Ronnie settles down to sleep, sighing, "It's a promise." I guess it was too draining for a conversation for someone who was currently bedridden. I'll leave her be for now. There's an arena to explore after anyways. Alright, and that is Ronnie. What Ronnie had to say, she's currently asleep. I should be as quiet as possible. And she doesn't have anything to say as usual. Flower Girl isn't here today, but we can go ahead and do an alteration of the soul. She doesn't really have anything new. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna get a new skill from this. Rise Setting Sun. There we go. And then Fountain of Chronos. Alright. And let's take a look at what that thing does. Ah, damn it, there I go again, pressing the wrong button. Where is it? Rise Setting Sun. We'll bring you back from death a single time. Yes, that is Saber's strongest skill. You have a revive if you mess up on fights. It would have been useful against the fight versus the Alpha there, but well, whatever. Things happen, right? And we have enough money right now to buy the rest of the things. Mystic Code, Protective Charm, there we go. And I'm gonna buy the rest of this. There we go. That way I have a lot of healing items. Have you used Ether Fragments at all? I assume that your servant's HP is fairly high at this point for the festivities. I'm sure it'll be useful when you want to replenish a good chunk of your servant's HP in one go. Indeed, that's just why I bought a lot of them. Right now, let's go see if Harsha Girl is outside. Hey, Tramp Stamp here is there. To think Miss Fujimura likes comic books. It's gonna be a nerd showdown of epic proportions, huh? I mean, between me and my opponent. I can't lose to someone who's a manga fan. By the way, which one of you are a fan of? What the fuck is banned in this scene? What? Hold on, I gotta see what the hell that is. Oh, it's a French. Oh, it's French comics. Okay, yeah, let's go be avant-garde. How very hipster of you. Honestly, I do kind of like French comics. They can be very good most of the time. She isn't here. Right, first floor. Into the arena we go. You look totally stressed out. What's the matter? My reason for being here? It doesn't matter. At this point, my only goal is to survive this war. I mean, isn't it the same for you? I'm sure you have a wish that you like granted, right? And whoop, look who it is. As I head to the arena, I bump into Gato at the doorway. He appears to have just finished exploring. Will I have to fight? I stand at the ready, but Gato is at ease. Giving it a roll as time passes and your chakras slow signally and death creeps closer. Therefore, try even harder, my beloved foe, for then you will be a worthy sacrifice to my god. As always, he's spouting nonsense. Still, I can't help asking him why he entered the war. A motive? I simply wish to bathe in the world in the light of God, as the will is the will of my lord. As I am God's sole mouthpiece, you may bow before me to be forgiven of your trespasses, little heretic. So ridiculous. Whatever. I don't bother opening my mouth, because Gato won't shut up anyways. Oh Lord, please guide this young soul by the light of your mystic eyes. If only for the culling. Alright, yeah. Gato's maniac laughter echoes in his wake as he leaves. Problematic as his motive is, it actually does make sense. Insane fanaticism drives him. As for me, I wonder if I had potent motive too, before I lost my memories. Praetor, you recall the characteristics of his god? Mystic eyes. But knowing Gato, there is no special meaning behind the words. We got their first matrix. Bit late in the game, but we got it. Mystic eyes, A to C. Her mystic eyes can bewitch the soul of those who see or are seen by her eyes, but their effectiveness is reduced due to her master's misunderstanding. Kind of a fun thing. The thing means her mystic eyes are A normally, but this time are C because the guy's just completely misunderstanding what his servant is. Alright, into the first floor again, so we can at least retrieve our thing, and I can show off the thing, I suppose. Let's just go. As you can see, these guys basically are a joke at this point. Yeah, we have everything we need on these guys. I forgot to show off everything. No, I don't think the alpha revived, but I don't quite remember if the alphas revive if they reach entrance in here, but let's take a look. I can take a bit of time and just defeat a few enemies while I'm going around. Yep, I don't even think we need to stun them at this point, just we already have everything. Yeah, as you can see, we get pitiful amounts of XP at this point, so it's not really worth it fighting them. Unless you want money. That's a good reason to fight. Man, I can show it right. I can show it here. Thunderous applause. That's not that one. It's the same one. It just does a shit ton more damage. It does double the damage. Let me see. No, it doesn't respawn. Alright. So, where is it? Yeah, I think it's that one. Whoops. I think I completely forgot why I was doing this. Almost missed the Tiger quest there. It is not here. It's on the other side. Got it. Alright, let's go over there. Okay, accelerate a little bit. It's not like we are gaining much from just running past everything. We can just sprint. There it is. Crab omelet. Indeed, Saber. Let's take a look at what it is. Not this one. Crab omelet. There we go. Tiger Special home crab omelet. Looks to have too much flour added to it that it looks like more of a pancake than an omelet. Oof. How do you make an omelet look like a pancake? Jesus. Alright, that's pretty much it. We don't gain much from fighting these guys anymore. Let's just get out of here. And just in case I miss anything, I'm just gonna do a quick save state, just in case. Alright, let's get out of here. You have grasped the clue on your memories, Praetor. I am pleased, as if it were my own kind of influx. I'm still disapprove of helping that girl, but, well, sacrifices must be made. Yes, retrieve your connection to your body, so that you can sever your connections to that girl. There we go, we got everything. Alright, that's all I wanted to see. And we can save. Then I will see everyone next time in Fate Extra. Well, we will go into Arena 2, I think. Yeah, let me take a look. Yeah, we go into the second arena next part and give Tiger back her things and go ahead and talk to Ronnie again. Alright, without anything else to say, I will see you next time. Ciao.